Hi guys, my name is Yamile Andrade and I'm going to talk about how mindfulness and self-care improve our mental health. I don't know if you have ever asked yourself this, but self-care and mindfulness are essential components of maintaining good mental health. First of all, I'm going to explain what mindfulness and self-care are. Mindfulness is about being completely aware of what's happening in the present, of all that's going on inside and all that's happening around you, like your thoughts, feelings, sensation, and environment. So when you have the capacity to observe these moments without judgment, this is called mindfulness. While self-care involves engaging behaviors activities that promote health and well-being to feel better physically and emotionally. However, self-care is not only about feeling better physically and emotionally, because we as human beings are much more than physical bodies. Therefore, the mindfulness approach to targeted self-care must include asking yourself what you need physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, or socially, and following through on the honest answer. So, mindfulness self care can help identify untargeted self care patterns and block to implementing targeted self care, as well as how to develop intentional and targeted self care. For instance, mindfulness techniques have proven to be effective tools for reducing stress, anxiety, in undergraduate nursing students and for helping people with depression. Mindfulness has its roots in Buddhist meditation, which is a practice that aims to increase awareness to the mind and concentration. But mindfulness doesn't have to be done sitting still or silence, because you can be mindful at any time and while doing an activity. Therefore, practicing mindfulness is one tool to bring presence to target self care. As a result, mindfulness skills have shown to be effective in increasing relaxation and coping skills when faced with stressful situations, while promoting healthy living standards. Mindfulness practice allows your mind to stop evaluating experiences of as positive or negative, and begin to observe experiences with an attitude of curiosity, without judgment and worry of the future or regret of the past. In addition, through knowledge of targeted self-care allows you to easily recognize and identify activities that bring you joy and set manageable goals. If you want to practice self-care with mindfulness today, you could start with allowing yourself to unplug from the news and social media for a few days, in order to have a few days of peace and being of the grit. Recognize when you are in need of self care and then responding to that need. It is so important. Enjoying a stroll as you walk, pay attention to your breath and the sights and sounds around you. If thoughts and worries enter your mind, note them, but then you return to the present. And the last, having a self care checklist ready that has dozens of options tailored just for you. Having a list ready is important, because when you are on the verge of the burnout, you may not have the capacity to come up with the options at the moment. So, to conclude, self care and mindfulness are very important, not only to maintain and improve our mental health, but also to have the ability to sustain a good quality of life in personal and professional environments. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, continue with this topic. We're gonna talk about building resilience and also about coping skills. The first point is identifying and reframing negative thoughts patterns can help us to shift our focus from what's holding us back to what we can control. Okay, so let's continue with the next point. By developing problem solving and decision making skills, We feel more capable of handling challenges step by step. Also, the third point for this subtopic is building a support network of friends, family, or a therapist offers encouragement and reminds us that we are not alone. And finally, learning to accept and manage our emotions allows us to embrace our feelings without judgment, helping us to move forward. I hope that with practice, these coping skills can really help us to face life's ups and downs with strength and confidence. Thanks for watching.
Hello, today I'm going to talk about nutrition and physical health. The first point is the impact of diet on mental health. Diet affects brain functions and mood, and unhealthy diets can lead to mood swings and low energy. Good health also influences mental well-being through the good brain connection. The second point is exercise and physical activity for mental well-being. Physical activity reduces anxiety, improves moods, and increases stress resilience. Exercise relaxes feel good chemicals, and that is endorphins, dopamine, that boost mental health. The third point is sleep hygiene and importance of rest. Quality sleep is essential for cognitive functions and emotional stability. Proactive good sleep hygiene helps prevent issues like stress and difficulty concentrating. Okay, the final point is substance abuse prevention and management. Substance abuse negatively impacts mental health. Prevention strategies include building healthy coping mechanisms and seeking social support or professional help.
First of all, I'm going to discuss post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD. According to the webpage nih.nih.gov, PTSD is defined as a disorder that develops in people who have experienced shocking, scaring, or dangerous events during their lives. Some of them may include sex abuse, people who just came back from war, or even children who had such a bad experience at school. Anybody can develop PTSD at any age. However, it is not necessary to have experienced previous situations to get it. For instance, only by learning that a friend or a family member experienced a traumatic event, it may cause PTSD. On the other hand, well, we have something called attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD. This is a developmental disorder marked by persistent symptoms of inattention and or hyperactivity and impulsivity that interfere with functioning or development. Somebody with ADHD can present symptoms such as having problems staying on task, a lack of comprehension, being extremely restless or constantly moving. It also includes, of course, some other behaviors like interrupting other people or having difficulty with self-control. To detect if somebody has a kind of mental disorder, we have situations such as having negative thoughts of the work of him or herself, stuff like, oh, I don't feel comfortable because I feel I'm useless, something like that. Having issues of social isolation, losing interest in enjoyable activities. In children, they are used to wetting the bed with no reason, well, so on. And to face this situation and symptoms, we can find family and marital therapy to handle disruptive behaviors. Support groups, they can help, of course, to connect people with other members with similar issues and concerns. Those groups often meet to share challenges and success. And as teachers, we are encouraged to apply academic accommodations that include preferential seating in the classroom. Maybe if the students tell you, okay, teacher, I want to take a seat in the front of the class, that's no problem. And reduce class work or extend the time on tests and exams. It could be helpful. Well, it is quite important, keep in mind this, it is quite important to reduce stigma around mental health discussions. There are fake beliefs, like people with those disorders are dangerous or incompetent. People are used to blame themselves for no reason. In the healthcare system, of course, here in Colombia, we are not exception. They offer a lower standard of care. Suffering discriminations have consequences. For instance, people can have reduced hope, lower self-esteem, difficulties with social interactionships, and lack of understanding by coworkers, family, and friends. Well, if you need assistance with mental health, please don't hesitate to talk with somebody who you trust the most. But well, not all will want to hear you because some people only like gossiping. In Bogota, you can call the 106 line that is charged in psychological intervention and interaction and is called the power to be heard. You can also get in touch with your insurance considering the fact they are obliged to help you anytime, anywhere. At last but not least, please call the emergency 123 if it is necessary. Guys, I really appreciate your time in this video. Thank you so much. See you next time. Goodbye.